it again. Alexander Walker, bump, no foul. Here's Clarkson. Back behind the three-point line. Dribble drive, bump, no foul. Blocked by Kuminga. And now Clarkson gets wrapped up, and now they go chest to chest, and they have to hold back Kuminga, and Clarkson is after him. Clarkson has to be held back by the officials. He had a rough night, remember, T, against the Blazers on Saturday night. Fined $15,000 for throwing his headband into the stands. So, yeah, he's been fired up the last couple of nights.
Oh, no question about it. And no question, he wanted to foul Kuminga to stop the clock. But right here, you see him getting that paint. Kuminga bumps but blocks the shot. And right here, Jordan's fouling him, and Kuminga took exception to it. I didn't see anything malice by Jordan Clarkson.
After the loose ball foul that was assessed, we will review a potential hostile act by both teams, okay?
Both teams here. You know, T, I think you're spot on. He tried to wrap him up and just simply stop the clock, right?
Yeah.
But Kuminga didn't take the over-the-shoulder.
Reeves to James, kicks it underneath. Spurs deny that one. Back up on the deck and hold on. Oh my!
Are we kidding?
Oh, got players off the bench.
Here we go. Knew that. Oh, he's bleeding too. Got a lot of blood.
A lot of blood on Westbrook. We'll take a look here. Westbrook. The fake, and then Collins was not going to let him score. So he grabbed.
Goes for that block.
Here's where the
looks like he tried to grab his. He hit him with the elbow, and then he tried to grab his arm. See what happens.
Oh, that's. Where's the blood coming in? Is it fingernail? Like why?
No, that's a gash.
No, but I'm saying how though?
With that elbow popped in. I'm sure that elbow just popped his forehead right over.
The right elbow.
It's the elbow.
Foul is under block there.
That's it.
I think any player would get up and react that way if they got popped in the head and they started, they started bleeding. It's a hard foul, and he catches him with the elbow, but I didn't see him lead with the elbow.
And as awful as the blood looks,
right.
The fact that he's bleeding isn't necessarily the reason to call it a flagrant foul.
Exactly.
Even though it looks awful.
Bad, right? It looks like a lot.
Explaining it to Pop as Collins exits the arena. A rousing ovation from the Spurs fans supporting him, and the cat calls from the.
Isaiah Jackson will sit. See, they're giving you some space to get to the mid-range or the floater. So if you don't like the three ball, get in there a little closer. You got the rim protection. You don't have to go all the way to the basket. I'll tell you, there's been a lot of talk in here. You see Jordan and Buddy Hield, and the officials have already told them to knock it off here. People are just explaining themselves to each other. Communication is key. Sometimes you just got to get a guy up off of you, quickest to the ball. Those 50-50 balls, you're athletic, be the first to it. Ooh, Poole slipping a couple times.
And now he's getting into it with Damian Lee. Garrison Matthews steps in, and here comes security.
As the ball was being taken out of bounds, Lee looked like he made contact with Porter, walked right into the middle of he and Matthews.
I've seen worse than that. Lee and Porter Jr.
Oh yeah, Porter kind of bumped him a little bit in the beginning.
Gave him an arm bar at first.
And I'm sure a little acting too off the push. And then he walks right in between the two of them instead of going around.
Yeah, Damian kind of picked that path though too. He knew where he was headed.
There's the shove right, there's the hole right there. They're holding each other well. Lee does a great job, I think, clamping on Porter Jr. And then Matthews was not happy at all.
You know, that was one of the things that we were talking about before the season too, with JaVale McGee going to
Lee.
Lee, low dribble inside, has it blocked by that springboard Walker. Boy, now we've got some words between Damian Lee and I believe it's Eubanks.
Well, there's some kind of scrum here at the end. Damian Lee gets blocked. He's turned. He's out.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Eubanks came up with an elbow.
He slung him to the floor.
So they will call the foul on Eubanks, and now they will make a determination.
The league is watching. You know, you have to kind of look like, you know, like solemn a little bit. You know, you can't go over there cheering what you did.
Our video. Early foul trouble. He gives it up. Tatum drives. Flip doesn't go. And a foul call. Smart and Embiid get into it a bit. Embiid slips down. Brown steps in. Officials trying to get in between the players. And it's not going to explode into anything more.
Play, and I was an English major. As you could tell, I wasn't a math major. And the play was much ado about nothing. And can you not love this game? Wow! It's game 4. And a beauty in the Valley of the Sun on TNT.
Moments ago, Klay Thompson has been ejected from this ball game. We talked about him and Devin Booker getting into it. This was the double technical between the two. As Klay is going to the bench, he has words with the official, Ed Malloy, who gives him his second technical and sends him to the locker room. But Candace, as he's walking off,
it looks like he has a few choice words for Phoenix's bench. Looks like he says, you're doing all that talking, let's see when it's time. This is not a regular season game.
No.
This atmosphere is not.
And he was pointing to his hands. I got
downhill at Simmons. Double came, it didn't matter. He put Simmons in the weight room, saying he's too little. That's back-to-back 40-piece.
It allows him to get a running start and get deep. I think he has to pick him up higher so that if he does get beat, he can get more support from perimeter players.
Beautiful ball movement in the full court. I've seen a lot of it in the half court.
I think we have a double T just called, I believe. We'll get it cleaned up. Maybe Brooks and Durant, who are still jawing a little bit. Durant and Brooks just called for a double technical.
Oh, it's getting chippy out here.
Yeah.
And you love it. Both these teams are competing, taking place on the floor.
Under 7 to go in the first half. Durant working Brooks, fading away, sticks it. And a little more chatter on that way down the floor. Nice look, Morant. Durant and Brooks. So see Durant, Brooks just getting into it a little bit. And then it continues. And there's the tees.
You love it. These are two of the most competitive guys going at it. They've been talking while they're guarding one another.
Bear misses the free throw, but he's been great at the line tonight. And Westbrook running sprints.
I'm not enjoying this. I don't like seeing Russ play like this and do all this stuff.
And Westbrook running sprints.
You got to do force one of the other guys to make a big shot.
Crowd rises, 60 seconds remaining in regulation. Morant deep. He hit it. He hit it. Holy cow. John Morant with ice water in the veins. Pushes the lead to 10 with 50 seconds remaining. Meaningless basket to give him 37. What the Grizzlies have now won 7 straight against Brooklyn. Taylor Jenkins has not lost to the Brooklyn Nets.
John Morant has not lost to the Brooklyn Nets. Look at this three. This is John Morant. Knocks down this three. Boom is right.
Morant, the bomb, the dagger, whatever.
Hey.
Rob Fisher's going to have the fun.
I'm in here, but not really in there.
These present themselves. Golden State 2-2 on the season. Victories over the Lakers and the Kings. Losses to Denver and Phoenix. Steph Curry and his outrageous three-point stroke. Steph Curry is tonight's moment. The extraordinary Stephen Curry putting the Warriors on his back yet again down the stretch.
Oh my. This man never ceases to amaze me right here. But look at this left to right crossover.
Down to 11 seconds left. Here's Luka Doncic driving, spinning on a Kogi, getting deep, creating space, missed the shot. Durant gets the rebound. Doncic was upset he missed the shot, that he didn't foul Durant until another second went off the clock. And now Durant will shoot free throws at Devin Booker, and Doncic go face to face.
Well, you know what?
Ish Wainwright has to step in. The officials haven't called anything yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, Booker started that. Booker was yapping as Jokic was down and depressed that he missed that shot. And all of a sudden, he just straightened up and went right after Booker.
Durant with a big smile on his face as he comes back down the court. Let's see if the officials, as they review things, call technicals at all here. You see Durant getting the rebound after the miss by Doncic. Then he commits the foul.
Yeah. Now just watch. He's upset. Now you can see right there. You see Booker, he's yapping at him right now, and that caused that incident right there.
And the Dallas players are still crowding the foul line where Durant was going to take the free throws. The officials have to separate more players. This may take a while. They got to look at a lot here. The game not over. I mean, Durant's at the line shooting 2, but they have a timeout so they can.
Oh. Well. Oh, you have a fight on the other end. Rivers and Mo Bamba getting into it. I have no idea what happened, but it is an all-out melee under the basket right now.
Yeah, Austin Rivers got some good.
I think Bamba came off the bench to throw punches at Rivers.
That's crazy.
There will be a number of ejections here, and Bamba is still hot.
I've never seen that before. Taurean Prince is hot too, by the way. It just happened.
Bamba runs right to the tunnel. He tells Rivers, I'll see you in the back, so to make sure that they call him down.
I think Austin must have walked down to their bench down there, because everything was happening down here with the turnover at this end. Our eyes were all down here at the Timberwolves bench end, watching Rudy and Ant. Watch the top of the screen right here. Austin Rivers down there on their bench. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I don't know what was said, but for a NBA player to hop out of his bench seat and throw punches.
I mean, he's running down the sideline, and he had that premeditated. I mean, there's no way you walk all the way down there and stand up and say something to somebody. So something must have happened in the previous possessions. He had a shirt on, so it wasn't somebody that had been in the game. That's crazy.
The images says it all.
I mean, it's just a lot of scrambling, and there wasn't a lot being done in terms of punches thrown and all of that, it looked like to me. It just took a lot of scrambling and a lot of guys trying to get other guys away from each other.
And he gets his second three. A little sidestep in here. With a move by Brooks. It was deflected. It's loose. Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Official is down. The head coaches are in the middle of it.
It's from Covington. But the free throw's no good. Lead sits at 6 for the Grizzlies. Here is McCollum, defended by Morant. McCollum out to Lillard. 6 to shoot. Lillard gets right by Brooks, tangled up. Another foul against the Grizzlies.
He blew right by him.
Grizzlies out to 3. Right now at his first.
Once he got the step, it was over.
So Lillard going over to Ed Malloy, trying to say that he's getting an arm bar or elbows. He's talking back to Dillon Brooks. He's got some choice words for Dillon Brooks at the moment.
Well, before that play even developed, before Dame made the drive, he was on the right side of the court, and he like pushed Dillon Brooks' hands off of him. And at the time, I don't think the officials saw anything. And sometimes when you do that, like the guy who gets pushed might respond right away. And to Dillon Brooks' credit, he didn't say anything. After getting pushed, he was being an irritant. Dame checked him, and then he kept playing his game. We don't see this often.
No.
Dame doesn't take the time to get into talking matches with people.
In the NBA, because after the buzzer sounded, there was a little bit of an incident here courtside at the Crypto.com arena. Dillon Brooks was having words with Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Famer and broadcast. And you see Steven Adams comes over to protect his guy along with the supporting cast, and then Shannon Sharpe still talking, and T. Morant, John Morant's dad, comes over. Had an opportunity to talk to T. Morant, and he said, my blood pressure didn't go up a bit. Nothing but love and respect for Shannon Sharpe. It's a bunch of guys talking a bunch of trash.
Early in a period. Technical foul, Durant.
And Dillon Brooks. They started talking the last possession after Kevin Durant got called for that foul. The talking started in that end, and it just has continued to the other end. Well, the biggest thing is if you don't want to lose Dillon in any sense. The Nets really don't want to lose Kevin Durant. We'll see how this plays itself out.
And JT Orr is trying to act as peacemaker as the conversation has not ceased.
But the thing that a lot of times is just let them talk to each other.
15 to go in this fourth quarter. Edwards took a hit, and surprisingly, you mentioned this earlier, that's the first team foul. And Edwards taking exception and picks up a technical.
Was it a double technical? That's the question. I think it was.
It appears. It's been Oprah vibes tonight when it comes to technicals. Everybody gets one. 3:13 to go.
You get a technical. You get a technical. It really has been.
They're still jawing out.
I mean, how many do we have in the game tonight?
5 technicals in the game. Feels like more.
We needed our statistician to figure that one out. There's been so many.
Mikey, And a standing ovation from this target center crowd. It's on John Morant. It's going to be his second. Take a look at the commotion.
So Dillon Brooks punches Anthony Edwards in the face. He does that kind of stuff all the time, too. He trips people intentionally all the time.
Denied by Ja. Get it back. Siakam and Dillon Brooks, and Pascal Siakam pushes Brooks away. And now they're going to call a technical.
And Maddie, please look at this.
That's a denial. And then there's a bump, and then that's after. Yeah, Dillon Brooks, like, yeah.
The 20-point lead. Thompson jumper, got it.
Klay Thompson celebrating over the body of Dillon Brooks after he makes the shot.
That's the 6th technical foul on Golden State. Well, there's no doubt, and this again, this started last year in the playoffs. They actually played in the play-in 2 years ago. Memphis eliminated Golden State last year. Golden State eliminated them in the conference semifinals. There was a lot of chirping in that series. There was ejections, a suspension, hard fouls, injuries. There's no question there's some healthy competitive disdain between these. And a foul on Brooks. So Golden State's going to improve to 13-2 at home. At this pace, it would be historic. It would be the largest differential in winning percentage on home road for a team in NBA history. At this pace.
And then they had the All-Star break, and here they are. Brooks, triple. Nice shot.
I love Brooks.
I know you do.
No one is saying a word to him, but he is creating in his own mind, in his own head, some friction here with the Philly faithful.
Ooh,
right now,
here comes Brooks.
Yes.
Boy, it didn't take long. A little more than 3 minutes before Brooks and someone else got it stirred up a little bit. Of course, Donovan Mitchell's a good friend of Brooks.
Didn't we just see this
we did
a couple weeks ago, you and I? See, the foul is called out here, but look how Brooks continues. His hand on the waist of Harden. Love it.
Harden's got it, and B with the.
But they get the win. Amazing.
I've been there as a player. I've been there as a coach.
James drives and finishes. Boy, Taylor Jenkins is hot. He thought there should have been an offensive foul on James. Dillon Brooks gets it to go. They've been struggling shooting early here in the first half. That puts the Grizzlies up 4. They're doing a lot of battling on this end of the floor. Schroeder searching. It's a good spot and banks it home. There's a pair. James drives on Brooks. Boy, Brooks really battling, fighting through and over screens. James drives on Jackson, goes inside, layup, and a blocking foul called on Brooks. That's 5 fouls on Dillon Brooks. He thought he got there in time, does not like the call. James will go back to the free throw line. These two have been getting after it all night long.
Instead of trusting his staff, Coach Jenkins looks behind the bench at the video himself to make a decision, and then decides he wants to challenge.
Just the turn. Is he going to? He is going to challenge now.
And now Dillon Brooks will get hit with a tee for stepping over Mike Conley. Made the defensive play, and then he was in good shape. Here's the knock away, pulls him down, then looks down, and then steps over him, and that's going to be an automatic tap. to the free throw line.